Hello there. The EU chief Brexit negotiator Michel Barnier told a House of Lords committee that even with a deal, all UK products will be checked at the border. Firstly, please subscribe and like this video to give my channel a boost. And I'm always uploading new content, so please do check back daily. On the 23rd of June, Michel Barnier appeared as a witness in a virtual conference with the House of Lords Select Committee on the European Union, but the transcript of that was only published yesterday. During the lengthy proceedings, where Michel Barnier mostly spoke French for the purposes of clarity and accuracy, amongst other questions he was asked by Lord Wood, if after the period of negotiations there is no understanding or underlying agreement between you and the UK government, will your preparations for no deal accelerate? In particular, will you expect to reinstate the no-deal mitigation measures that were put in place before, in 2019, in the event of no deal? Barnier answered that a no deal was definitely not the option he sought, and he also said, "I regret Brexit enormously, but I respect it." And he went on to say that, "We are working for a deal, but we do not need to speed things up." And on the subject of a no-deal scenario, he said, "We have done a great deal of work with the member states, the stakeholders, on preparing a no-deal. But the conditions will not be the same. We are not working on the same contingency measures as were provided for 2 years ago. We have been working unilaterally, as was our responsibility, on everything that could arise." And then Barnier went on to spell out that there will be changes at the border, even with a deal, and it would obviously carry more implications with no deal. And on this he said, "Furthermore, even with a deal, we must be ready for change. You are leaving the single market and the customs union. That will automatically have a mechanical impact on how this works. All products coming into the single market through the borders in Ireland, Belgium, the Netherlands and France or elsewhere will have to be checked, which of course is not the case today. We will check all products because that is what protecting the single market, its consumers and companies is all about. If there is no deal, there would be tariffs and quotas on top of that, which would be very cumbersome and very complicated, but we would have to do that." And when asked by Lord Faulkner whether the no-deal contingency measures put in place on the EU side prior to the withdrawal agreement being signed would be revived, Barnier said, "The conditions for this no deal are not what they were 2 years ago, Lord Faulkner. I will not go into great detail, but as we see it, the preparedness measures that we are taking unilaterally to prepare for this situation are not the same. I cannot go into more detail, but for us it is not the same subject." So does that mean that all the plans Brussels made and published to mitigate a no-deal Brexit in 2019 are now null and void? To cover such things as air and road travel? Are they coming out with new ones? Barnier then went on, in part of his answer to a question from Baroness Donaghy, to outline some of the preparations that the EU has undertaken for border controls. "We have produced notices for all the different sectors, which we are updating. We shall be ready. We have recruited customs officers, 750 in the Netherlands, 700 in France, close to 400 in Belgium and many in Ireland as well, because we will have to carry out checks on products coming into the European Union." Wonder if the EU does 100% checks on any other third country's goods. And if it's in truth the same as our traditionally 3% risk and intelligence-based checks on non-EU trade, then that doesn't sound so bad, does it? And in answer to Lord Cavendish, who asked about copying the UK plan for phased introduction of border controls over the first 6 months of 2021, Barnier said, "We will not delay things. As of the 1st of January, all products coming into the single market coming from any third country anywhere in the world, including yours because you are a third country, will be checked. This is covered by the Customs Code for the protection of the single market." And he added, "We will be ready to do that as of the 1st of January, whatever happens." Now, on that part about the extra customs staff taken on by the EU, according to the Telegraph, both customs and haulage industry leaders in the UK warned the government back in May that the UK was falling far short of training the 50,000 new customs agents that would be needed by us after Brexit. And the whole EU only needs a couple of thousand. Just shows how much they do sell to us and therefore how much they do need our trade. Anyway, the phased introduction of the customs measures on the UK side for 6 months after the Brexit implementation period ends had as much to do with overcoming the repercussions of the pandemic as it had for anything else, maybe even more so. Now, overall, we knew that if the EU wouldn't sign up to a free trade agreement, then we'd have to have border checks. Number 10 even said earlier in the year that it was prepared to accept some checks, etc., just so long as we retained our full sovereignty. But Brussels is intent on maintaining control over the UK and its waters before even thinking about any form of free trade, and that cannot be acceptable. They won't even consider mirroring our phased approach to customs to give it time to bed in. And reading the transcript of this Q&A session, I get the impression that the EU just intends to put up no entry for UK signs across the part of the continent it controls, but then still expect the UK to be welcoming and buy their stuff. Not sure that will work out well in the long run for them, are you? As all it does is confirm what we Brexiteers have been saying. The EU wants control, not trade. Anyway, if you want to hear more from me, please don't forget to subscribe and also press that little bell, or you won't get any notifications. And if you want to see more of me, buy a mug with my mug on it. So what do you think about all of this? Please share and comment, and thank you for watching. Please do like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. And when subscribing, please do remember to press on the little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get an alert every single time I put up a new video. And thank you very much for watching.